Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me each week. I'm obsessed with never-ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe today so you don't miss a thing. Hi, guys. Welcome to episode 242 of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. Thanks for hanging out, and don't forget to subscribe and share an episode if you really like it. It means a lot. And while you're at it, go give me a 5-star review. It helps the podcast get seen by more people. I appreciate it. I really do. So I went to college as an adult, which looking back, I'm really glad I didn't have the opportunity to go right out of high school because I was able to grow and formulate what I'm naturally good at and naturally enjoy before I spend all that money and effort on a degree. Now, I say that because while I'm recording this, it's college season. High school seniors are graduating, and where I live, most of them are going off to college, but not all of them. And sometimes that stresses parents out. So I'm telling you, it's going to be okay. They'll find their way, and it will be just fine. Some more than just fine. So consider that thought, they will find their way, when you're having all the other thoughts in your head like, oh my goodness, they're going to be living with me forever, or they're never going to amount to anything because they're not going to college. Go easy. They'll find their way. Now, on the topic of college, when I was in my senior year in college and I was figuring out my final grades, I knew I had to do really well on a certain exam to graduate summa cum laude. At the time, that was pretty important to me. So I studied, and I studied really hard. I studied exactly what this professor told us to study. And when it came time to take the test, I was really confident. Then I looked at it, and it didn't resemble the study guide at all. I mean, the whole thing was foreign to me. I actually thought I had gotten the wrong test. But no, he said that's it. Needless to say, I did not do well. Now, once I got my grade, I asked the professor if I could meet with him because I was 1 point from being summa cum laude. And I asked if there was any extra credit to get the grade up. He literally laughed at me. There was no extra credit. He had no pity for me. The grade was what it was, and that was that. So, poor me. I graduated cum laude instead. Now, I was upset, but I realized, wait a minute. This isn't going to matter at all for what I'm trying to accomplish. So I let it go. I accepted that I had done my best, and I'm really proud of that. It didn't change anything for me, but basically the color of the cord around my neck at graduation. And that I could handle. We get ourselves so worked up over things that aren't going to matter at all in a year. They may not even matter in a week. And we like to hang on to things way longer than we should. We stay mad at our partner over something they said a week ago. And we hang on to the story of something that happened 20 years ago. And sometimes we hang on to relationships that are toxic for far too long. These things hold power over us, and they make us feel heavy and weak. I love the analogy of we all have a backpack. We're all carrying it around. And every hurt or pain or mistake or mean comment is another rock we add to the backpack. Some are big and some are small, but they all stay in our backpack until we let them go. They don't jump out of the backpack on their own. They have to be taken out. They have to be let go. And of course, some will be heavier and harder than others to let go of, but they'll weigh you down until you do. It doesn't mean it didn't happen to let them go. It just means you're done giving them the power to weaken you. For some of this, it will require therapy, and that's okay. For some of us, we can simply do a daily thought download, which I have found very helpful and insightful. Sometimes you don't even realize you're carrying around a thought that's weighing you down until you read your own words on the paper. Try it. You might be surprised. And look, this is not just something we do with our emotions. We hang on to things way too long in a lot of ways, and it all just adds to our backpack of rocks. Look no further than our own environment. Our environment affects our mood more than we even realize. How many have a cluttered closet full of clothes that we don't like and that we never wear? Some of them don't even fit But we say to ourselves, well, what if we can fit back into them? Or what if they come back into style? This adds a level of anxiety to getting dressed that none of us need. Cleaning out my closet is one of the nicest things I do for myself. Unloading that excess baggage is so freeing. Doesn't it feel good to let go of things that no longer serve us or that we no longer feel the same way about? Someone might love those things. Go through your closet and donate the clothes you no longer want. You may be giving someone a new interview outfit, a new date outfit, a new first day of college outfit. Your closet should be full of clothes that make you look the way you want to look and feel the way you want to feel. Clothes that make you feel beautiful or happy. Let go of the ones that don't. The same goes for the rest of your home too. As an interior designer, people will a lot of times say to me about things in their house. They'll say, I hate that grandfather's clock, but it was my grandma's, so I feel like I should keep it. My answer is always going to be the same. You're not honoring that clock or your grandmother by walking by it every day hating it. There's someone that would love and cherish that clock, and you would honor your grandmother by letting that piece start its new story at a home that loves it. I find it very peaceful and satisfying going through my home and knowing every single thing in there is something I love. Your home should be filled with only things you love and that bring you peace. Let go of the things that don't. So my challenge to you this week is if you're feeling extra heavy emotionally, do a thought download. If you aren't sure what a thought download is, go back and listen to 235. I explain exactly how to do it. But you just write every single thing that comes to your mind. Get it out of your head and put it on paper. Sometimes I'll think something and I'll say to myself, oh, I can't write that down. But I always do, because I know the only way to let it go is by taking it out of my brain and putting it on paper. Otherwise, it's still up there in the backpack, otherwise known as our brain, just weighing us down. And never underestimate the power of our environment. What do you need to let go of there? That can really weigh us down too. Our home should be a respite. What do you need to let go of to make that happen? It feels really good to let go. What do you need to let go of? I love you guys. I'll talk to you in a few days. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends, because we're just going to keep going bigger and better places together, and I love that about us. Talk to you in a few days.